I wasn't looking for it. I was just doing what I always do when I pass a little free library, stopping for a quick peek. But there it was, a slim paperback with a fox on the cover, tucked between a few mysteries and an old cookbook. The pages were yellowed and soft from time, the kind of worn-in book that feels like it's already been loved by someone else. The Midnight Fox by Betsy Byars. I'll be honest, I hadn't heard of Byars before, but a quick look told me she'd written more than 60 children's books, several award winners, and that this one, The Midnight Fox, was her personal favorite. Somehow that made it feel even more special because I stumbled on a story that mattered deeply to the author herself. I took it back to my classroom the next day. We had just finished the novel we'd been reading, and one of my 6-year-olds had been asking for more boy books. What could be more boy than a kid spending the summer on a farm, sneaking through the woods and discovering a wild fox? Even so, I had no idea that this tattered old book from 1968 would end up being the kids' favorite book of the year. Tom is a thoughtful, observant boy who isn't exactly thrilled about spending the summer away from home. He's sent to stay with Aunt Millie and Uncle Fred on their farm. And at first, the country feels strange and a little slow. Tom is more of an indoors kind of kid. He loves building models and tinkering quietly, so the farm is a big adjustment. Then he notices her, a sleek black fox moving through the woods. She's mysterious and quick, and Tom can't help but be fascinated. But the fox isn't just a quiet presence in the woods. She starts raiding Aunt Millie's chickens. And suddenly, what seemed magical becomes complicated. Uncle Fred sets out to take care of the fox, and Tom faces some difficult choices. How to protect the animal he's come to care for while respecting the farm and the family he's staying with. The farm and surrounding woods provide the backdrop for these small adventures and ethical dilemmas. Along the way, Aunt Millie and Uncle Fred show steady kindness, patience, and humor, guiding Tom as he navigates responsibility, empathy, and the sometimes tricky lessons of life. Through it all, Tom's curiosity, bravery, and gentle care for the fox help him grow in ways he never expected. By the end of the summer, Tom has learned patience, courage, and a deeper connection to the natural world, all inspired by a little black fox who challenged him, and by the quiet, steady love of the family who welcomed him in. The Midnight Fox is one of those stories that lingers. It quietly nudges readers to notice the little things, the rustle of the woods, the way someone cares for another, the lessons you learn when you slow down and pay attention. Tom's journey shows us patience, curiosity, and empathy in action. And it's hard not to catch a bit of that spirit yourself as you read. A quick content note. There's a brief subplot with Tom's cousin Hazeline, who struggles with body image and experiences difficulties when her boyfriend makes unkind comments about her size. While this isn't central to the main story, it could be sensitive for some readers. So parents and educators may want to be aware of this content and guide younger readers accordingly. Personally, when I read it out loud in class, I just skipped over a few sentences and paragraphs to keep the focus on the main story, and that worked perfectly. Overall, this book is wonderful for upper elementary and middle school independent readers, and it also works beautifully as a read aloud for all ages, whether you're sharing it in a classroom, at home, or simply reading for yourself to rediscover a little of your own childhood. Sometimes the best stories are the ones that slip quietly into our hearts, and this little black fox is exactly that kind of story. That's all for now. Take care, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.